Jonah is no dummy, and he realizes, though, that if he doesn't obey God, that God will just make him obey anyway. So rather than just saying, "No, God, I'm not going," he tries to sneak away. Maybe the all-powerful, all-knowing, all-present God won't be able to find me if I run. Which is, just kind of stupid. Where on God's creation, are you going to run that the all-knowing God won't know where you are, and that the all-present God won't already be there waiting for you? I mean, it's just kind of a flawed plan to start with. Jonah's way was a lot different than God's way. In fact, it's different in pretty much every way. Jonah's way was go from God. You notice verse 3, it says that he fled the presence of the Lord. Jonah's plan here was, I need to get away from God. Like God's plan, he didn't want to go to Nineveh. He didn't like those people, and he didn't want to see them turn from their wickedness and to God. But again, he was at least spiritual enough to understand that if I don't do what God wants, God's going to be upset. So, staying here isn't an option. I need to run and find a place where I'm not in God's presence. But Jonah found out really quickly that he was in God's presence where he was, and he was in God's presence in Joppa, and he was in God's presence on the ship, and he was in God's presence in the wind and in the sea and in the fish's belly, and even when he was thrown up onto the sand. Everywhere that he went, he was still in the presence of God. Because you can't get out of the presence of the one who is all present. It just doesn't work.